and get started lying down on our backs. We'll hold on to the knees here and gently rock a little bit from side to side. We can also press the knees into the hands as we pull with the arms at the same time. So gently pushing and pulling, creating a little bit of resistance, helping to mobilize through the hips and the lower back here a little bit. And then go ahead and circle. See if you can bring the knees together, circle around a few times. Massaging all the way around the back. And you can make this circle as small or as big as you like, just listening to your body. And then we'll circle around the other direction as well a few times here. Gradually moving towards longer and smoother breaths, especially lengthening those exhales. And then from here, maybe gently grabbing onto your shins or your ankles here, whatever you can hold comfortably, and very gently opening up through the hips. So a real easy, happy baby to start. And again, a little rock from side to side here too, maybe. So from there, let's go ahead and bring the feet about as wide apart as the mat. Kind of wiggle the sits bones apart. So you feel the flesh kind of pulling out from underneath you, and let the knees fall over to one side. So important that the feet are wide apart to help stretch out through the hip flexor here and the psoas, and maybe even the quadriceps a little bit there too. And letting the knees come back up through center. And again, feel that there's a nice little space between your lower back and the mat. And then let the knees fall towards the other side. So there's a natural curve through your lumbar spine. Couple breaths here. And then let's go ahead and kind of shake things out a little bit, shake things up, and just shake out your legs, like let them literally just, your feet flop, shake, relax your quadriceps and your glutes as much as you can, and maybe even kind of shake out your arms and your hands here as well. Really shake it out. This helps to kind of shake up and confuse the nervous system a little bit, so we can kind of we can encourage the body to let go of any holding or unconscious holding or tension in the body. So we'll now bring the feet about as wide apart as the mat, or a little wider than hip distance, with the knees pointing up. Again, maybe sliding your fingers underneath your lower back and wiggle those sits bones apart. Wiggle your butt cheeks apart. And then let the knees rest in towards each other, leaning on each other for support. And we'll go ahead and rest your left hand over your heart and right hand over your belly. A few moments here, close down the eyes. And allow yourself to settle in. If it feels okay for your lower back, you can also stretch your legs out nice and long and wide apart in Shavasana. And again, just taking a few moments, a few breaths here to allow the body and the mind to drop into the earth, drop into this moment, and connect to breath or spirit. Connect to the heart and soul. And connecting to the earth plane. Allowing yourself to completely surrender here. Again, just observing your natural breath rise and fall. Gradually moving towards longer, smoother exhales. And feel the inhales also gradually and naturally begin to fill you up like an empty vessel being filled from top to bottom, front and back, side to side. As you continue to deepen your breath, also begin to notice the slight pause, moment of stillness at the top of the inhale and at the bottom of the exhale. You know, it's also a nice time if you like to revisit any intentions or affirmations or mantras that you may have, or perhaps creating one in the moment, whatever calls to you or speaks to you. Continue to soften with each exhale, becoming a little more receptive and open to learn from your practice and learn from our bodies, from the breath. And letting go of any judgment. And just being an open space for whatever may arise for you. Perhaps repeating this mantra before we begin. I am a student of my body. I am a student of the breath. I am a student of life. I am a child of the universe. And from that place, gently begin to bring your legs towards each other, stretch your arms overhead behind, and stretch your whole body as you inhale. And melt into the earth as we exhale here. I'm going to walk the feet back up onto your mat or onto the ground, and once again hold the knees with your hands here, maybe a little rock side to side once more. And let's go ahead and hug the knees in towards the chest a little bit, lifting the heart and chest up and maybe tucking the chin in, curling yourself into a tiny little ball for a few moments. Inhaling here. Exhaling, just rounding through your spine. Go ahead from there. We'll bring the hands back behind the head, interlacing the fingers to help cradle the head and relax the neck here. So we want to allow the chest to be nice and open and wide here. So if you need to adjust your shoulders, let the heart space be open. We'll take a nice deep inhale and lift the heart and chest using your core. So really feeling this from the center of your body. And then we'll hug the right thigh in as we gently stretch the left leg long. And twist. Inhale through center. And we exhale, we switch sides. So straighten the right leg as we twist to the left leg. And then we'll just continue. Take this nice slow bicycle. Focus on, again, feeling this from this warming sensation in the center of your body. From your deep core muscles and your abdominals. You can speed this up if you need to. And you can also lengthen the legs longer away from you, like a little more towards the earth. or up higher if you need. So listening to your lower back here as well. No tension in the neck. Keep that nice and easy. A few more. And last one, to your right, we're going to twist. Bring your left arm outside of the right leg and reach both arms like you're doing a side crow here. And we're going to press the arm against the thigh and push the thigh against the arm. Take another deep breath so you can lift the shoulders up a little higher. And then exhale. Relax the head and neck back. But feel free, of course, here, if you want to release your head and neck side to side. Or if you need to take your fingers back and massage the back of your neck. Whatever feels good for you. So we'll go ahead and repeat that same sequence, igniting our core muscles in those side obliques here. So we'll start with the left side first. So the left knee and right leg straight, hands behind the head as we inhale. Open up the chest, and then as we exhale, we'll lift the heart and chest up. Inhale, we'll stretch right leg, twist to left. Exhale there. Inhale as we switch, exhale. And if we breathe out through the mouth, making that SH sound, that helps to engage the transverse abdominis. That's the deepest abdominal wall here of your core. And try to keep the neck nice and easy. Last two, last one to the left. We're going to again reach the right arm outside of the left leg. Both arms reaching forward. We're going to press that leg against the arm and the arm against the leg. Try to lift the shoulders up off the ground if we can. One more breath. And then exhale. Again, relax your neck. Release it side to side. Do what feels good. All right, so from here, we can either rock and roll yourself up or roll over onto your side to push ourselves up. And we're going to go ahead and swing around. So now we're going to come onto our bellies. So right down on our bellies here in a Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers nice and wide here. Legs are long and strong, pointing through the toes, pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Take a nice inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then as we exhale, go ahead and look over your shoulder, back towards your feet. Legs are long. Inhale, coming back in center. So glutes and legs always strong through your back bends. Exhale, look over the other shoulder. Take your next inhale. We're going to look up between the brows without straining the neck. And then exhale, tuck the chin towards the throat as we draw the tailbone down and curl, stretching the back of the neck. And again, inhale, looking up between brows, shoulders down, legs are long. Stretching the tummy a little bit. Exhale. This time as we inhale, look up between the brows. As we exhale, we're going to curl the toes under, lift up onto the knees, use your core. You can stay here on your knees or lift up into a full plank. Keeping your gaze slightly forward, but again, back of the neck's relaxed. We're pressing into those forearms, tailbone towards heels, lifting that low belly. So there's like a little smile, a big smile going from hip to hip in your belly. We'll take some Kapalabhati breath of fire here, pumping the belly in and up as you exhale. So it's a powerful exhale, in and out through the nose, but if we're a little stuffy or got allergies or anything like that, we can breathe through the mouth or keep some tissues close by. Keep pumping that belly. And then slowly lower the knees and release. Very nice. From there, again, we can adjust our arms here. Elbows under shoulders, inhale long. Exhale, draw tailbone down, tuck the chin in. Stretching through upper spine as we inhale long. We can press up onto the hands here if that feels good. If not, stay on the forearms. And exhale, lower down. So from here, we're gonna continue with that. Coming up onto our fingertips. So we're gonna continue stretching our torso or the abdominals and bring the fingers out nice and wide, or the hands out nice and wide apart and out in front of us slightly. So we're gonna inhale, legs long and strong again as we slowly curl up into a cobra on the fingertips. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the heart and the head. Again, deep, slow inhale, curling up. Legs long and strong. Exhale, slowly lower. Let's try that one more time. Tuck the chin, inhale, curling up. This time as we exhale, we're gonna bring one shoulder forward. So we're gonna internally rotate and look over the opposite shoulder. So you can bring that shoulder towards the ground, only as far as feels good. Inhale, press back up onto the fingertips. Exhale, we'll internally rotate that opposite shoulder, look over the other side. And once more, inhale, lengthen. This time as we exhale, slowly lower. Chest and then head. Let's bring the arms underneath, or your hands underneath the shoulders, squeezing the triceps in, elbows stacked above the wrists. We inhale, press up onto the knees. And as we exhale, let's come into a neutral spine onto your hands and knees. Sending the inner thighs back. Let's inhale, just come into neutral spine here, pressing into the fingertips, protracting the shoulder blades. As we exhale, we're gonna retract the shoulder blades. So sink your chest, sink your chest towards the ground, kind of sink into those shoulders. Inner thighs lifting up and back, and you're still lifting up through your low belly here. The core is engaged, and we press into the palms and the fingertips as we protract and lift that upper back. Protract the shoulder blades, and then exhale, retract. Again, inhale, press, protracting shoulder blades. Exhale, retract. One more time as we inhale, protract, look up between brows. As we exhale, we'll bring the big toes to touch. Sit back into your heels, and let's settle into Balasana, child's pose here. So now taking the breath into the back body here, especially, we can feel the belly press against the thighs and begin to feel the breath expand into the back body. So creating some more space and clearing the cobwebs out through the lower back, the back ribs, and even the space behind the heart. Make sure your shoulders are comfortable, so relax your elbows and your arms however feels nice for you today. And let the weight of your head be really heavy, like a bowling ball sinking into the earth, releasing the neck and shoulders. A couple more big, full breaths again into the back body. And emptying slowly and completely out on the exhales. One more breath here. And as we exhale, go ahead and sit back into the heels to roll up through your spine, dragging your arms, like let your arms and head be heavy, really slowly. Take your time, head is the last thing to rise. And keep the eyes closed, just take a moment. And notice what you feel as you breathe. From here, let's root down into the knees and take a nice inhale, reach the arms up overhead to prayer, palms come to touch. As we exhale, we can circle the arms slowly all the way around and then back onto your hands and knees. Let's go ahead from here. Again, send the inner thighs up and back as we inhale, maybe look up between brows. Feel that little lift and smile in your belly again. Exhale, bend, curl the toes under and slowly sit up and back. Let's go to bear pose first. So we're bending the knees and hips are high. It's like a downward dog, but the knees are really bent here. So we want to externally rotate through the shoulders. Protract the shoulder blades. So it feels like you're lifting your shoulders up towards the ears. And then lifting the hips higher away from those shoulders, lengthening the sides of your body. And then slowly begin to stretch the legs here, either one at a time or both together, whatever feels good for you. And if for any reason downward dog is still very tight, you can always widen your stance. You can widen your hands and your feet further apart if you need, and you can always bend those knees as much as we need to. So let's really plug in through the hands and feet, plug into the earth. And as if we're drawing up energy from the core of the earth with each inhale, drawing it up through our hands and feet to the center of the body. And then as we exhale, sending that energy all the way back down to the core of the earth. And from here, let's go and slowly walk the feet forward to the top of your mat. And you're welcome to adjust if you need to the direction of your mat, so you can see if you need. So we're going to bend the knees and just take a few moments here in your forward fold. A couple deep breaths. Let your upper body hang heavy. Then we'll root down through the feet as we inhale. Let's bend the knees to slowly come up. Sit down into your chair and then reach up toward the sky, palms to prayer. And as we exhale, let's bring the hands to the heart center, Samasthiti, or in Namaste. Root down through both feet. I'm going to angle myself so you can see a little bit better. Inhale, reach up, palms to prayer. As we exhale, let's hook the right thumb on top and really root down through those feet again. Inhale, we lift through the heart center as we root down. And as we exhale, let's come up and over to your right, pressing down through the left foot and keeping your body nice and long. So we're not pushing the hips out. And keep those hips and shoulders square. Inhale, come back to center. And as we exhale, press down through feet, up and over to the other side. Hips and shoulders stay square to the front. Try not to push that hip out, right? Stand tall on both feet. Inhale, root down, reach up, lift the heart. Exhale, we're going to cross the right arm underneath the left, elbows and wrists in your eagle arm, or you can hold on to opposite shoulders if it's not accessible to hold the hands or bring the hands together. Inhale, elbows up towards the sky, fingertips up towards the sky. Let's stretch those outer shoulders a little bit. And then as we exhale, we can bend into the knees, fold forward, tuck the chin into that space between your arms, and take some deep cleansing breaths there. Allowing the arms to be nice and heavy, again, bending those knees. So this is nice and gentle on your lower backs and your hamstrings for now. Deep cleansing breaths into back body. Nice and full. Empty out completely. We're going to release the arms, interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, lengthen and stretch the shoulders here. So arms are in Yoga Mudra or hands are in Yoga Mudra behind you. Folding over. Again, bending the knees as much as you need. Focus more on the shoulders here and your breath. Take one more breath here. As we exhale, release the hands down slowly. Going to inhale, lengthen halfway with a flat back, sweeping belly in, thighs back, heart forward. Exhale and deepen your fold. With an inhale, step your right leg back. Big, huge step back into a deep lunge. Nice and lightly landing. And lower the right knee. So left knee stacks directly above the heel. And we'll just stay here on your fingertips for a few moments. Again, take your gaze up between the brows. Open through the heart center. Draw the navel towards spine as we sink the hips. But at the same time, we're also hugging the thigh bones towards each other. So we're hugging the midline and squaring those hips. Promoting strength and stability of the hips and low back. Take one more breath here. Exhaling everything out. From there, we're going to inhale, lift the back knee and stay here. Exhaling here. Just warming up the legs a little bit. Inhale long. Exhale, right hand underneath your shoulders, your right shoulder. You can be on your fingertips if you like. Left hand can either come to sacrum to find an open twist, keeping that left hip in and back, or you can stack your left hand on above the right, open through the heart space. So we want to feel like you're widening your chest and your shoulders here, lifting up out of that bottom hand. Pull the belly in as we lift that back thigh bone up. One more breath in your open twist, and then exhale, lower that left hand down, lower the right heel down. So we inhale, slowly come up, windmill the arms to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. You can wiggle the toes forward if you need to. Your heel to heel, heels are aligned with each other. And feel the inner thighs stretch long away from each other as the outer thighs plug into the hip sockets. Left hand towards the sky. As we inhale, reach up through the left side of your body. Stretch through that left side. Exhale here. And take one more breath here. So it's not about how far you can go back, but how long and stretchy can you feel that left side. As we exhale, we can go forearm to thigh and circle that right arm over, turn that back leg in. From here, we're going to spread through the fingers, step that left foot back to downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. And again, we're going to plug into the earth through hands and feet. Externally rotating the shoulders, protracting them, lift those shoulders up towards your ears. Feel the hips lift higher away from the shoulders, hollow belly, with a parachute in your low belly. Another breath in here, inhaling. And as we exhale, we can lower the knees. Inhale, send the inner thighs, lift them up and back as we look up between brows. Exhale, lean forward slightly so elbows stay stacked above wrists. Squeeze your triceps in as you lower knees, chin, chest. Hold it here, squeeze those triceps, lift your belly up. One more breath. So we exhale, we can lift the knees and then lower the hips slowly. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the triceps in, point through the toes. Inhale, cold breath. Tail down, lift the heart. And exhale, lower down. We can reverse the push-up as we inhale either onto the knees or all the way up into your full plank. Exhale, let's go ahead and bend your knees, lift the hips high. So again, we bend the knees here at first to neutralize the spine. And then we can stretch the legs whenever you're ready. Plug into the hands and feet, plug into the earth. Feel the sides of your body grow longer. Feel your armpits grow longer. Whenever you're ready, inhale, right leg slowly up towards the sky. We come up onto your tippy toes for this first three-leg dog. Outer thigh and pinky toe rolling down. Take another deep breath here. Pointing towards the earth, pressing into both hands equally. Exhale, thigh to chest. Lift that heel high to step forward between the hands. So we've got the other leg forward. We're going to lower that left knee down, right knee stacked above the heel. And again, from here, we're going to stay up on the fingertips. Lengthen spine so you can open the heart. Still sinking through the hips, but at the same time, hugging the thighs in towards each other. So there's a little bit of hugging the midline, a little bit of holding together. Not completely, especially for those of us that may be hypermobile. We want to find that stability and strength in our flexibility. One more breath here. Exhaling. Go ahead and slowly lift that back knee up off the ground again. Strong through the legs. Try not to rest on the thigh. We're going to bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder. You can be on fingertips here as well. Right hand can come to the sacrum. We're pulling that right butt cheek in and back. Scoop the belly in. And maybe from there, you'd like to open up, reach that right arm to stack above the left shoulder. Again, we're expanding, broadening, wider through the chest, wider through the shoulders. And as we lift that back thigh bone, we feel it in the core, lifting in and up. Another deep breath here, open. As we exhale, right hand down, spin the left heel down, heel to heel. Heels are aligned and left arm followed by right. Come up to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, and wiggle the toes forward if you need, if you want to get a little bit deeper. Again, inner thighs are stretching long away from each other, outer thighs plugging in to the hips, pressing into the outer edge of that back foot as well to lift that inner arch. Right palm toward the sky when you're ready. Inhale, reverse your warrior or peaceful warrior here. Forefinger and thumb can come together. Take one more breath here. Lengthening and rooting down, pulling up. As we root down and exhale again, forearm to thigh. If you like, left arm comes forward, back thigh comes in. Turn in the back leg, and we're going to step the left foot forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Deepen here as you breathe. Remember, you can always bend the knees. You do always want to keep the knees a little bit soft so we're not locking them. Keep the energy flowing up through the feet. And back down again. So really continue connecting to earth and connecting to that reciprocity with breath, with nature. When you're ready, inhaling, lengthen. Exhale, you can stay here. Root down through both feet as we inhale, root to rise, that stretch, palms up to prayer. And exhale, we can bring the hands back to the heart center in Samasthiti. Again, root down through both feet as we inhale, palms to prayer. As we exhale, hug the navel to spine, hook the left thumb on top, really plug into feet. Inhale again, root to rise and lift the heart center. Exhale, we're going to come up and over to the left this time first. Pressing equally into both feet. Inhale when you're ready to come back to center. Exhale up before you go over to your right. Next deep breath again. Inhale, root down, lift through the heart, arch upper back, strong legs. Exhale, bow forward fold. Oh, I'm sorry. We come back up. Inhale. We're going to exhale, bring the left arm underneath the right, cross elbows and wrists. And again, you can hold on to shoulders if you're not able to quite get those hands together. Inhale, let's reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Yeah, lift the heart center. Hug the belly in. And as we exhale, we can fold forward, flat back, bend the knees, and tuck the chin all the way in between the arms. Let your arms be really heavy here, so really stretching between the shoulder blades and the outer shoulders. Couple breaths. And so you can allow the upper body to release a little bit more, even if we have to bend the knees more. I'm going to, from here, release the arms and interlace the opposite forefinger and thumb on top in Yoga Mudra behind us. And stretch the shoulders. Bending the knees more if you need to. So you can bring the wrists together here as well. So we want to get the palms to touch if possible. One more breath. Emptying as we exhale, release the arms or the hands down. And then we'll inhale, lengthen the spine, flat back. Then come halfway up onto the thighs or on the shins. Exhale, deepen your fold. Let's go ahead and take a big step back with your left leg first this time and quietly land back. From here, lower the left knee down, uncurl the back toes. We're going to hook the right thumb in front here and spread the fingers wide like a bird, like we're trying to pull the thumbs apart here. We're going to inhale, root down to reach up. So you can wiggle those arms back behind the ears if possible. Exhale, press into your front big toe mound as we come up and over to your right. Keep strong on your legs. So thighs hugging towards each other. Inhale as we come back to center. Exhale, up and over to your left. Again, thighs are hugging in as we stretch long through your sides. Inhale as we come back through center. Spread through the fingers, reach and lift the heart. And exhale as we twist over towards your right. From here, see if you can bring your right hand to sacrum, left arm toward the sky. And stretch up through that left side. Another breath. And as we exhale, right hand can come to the thigh and then kind of snuggle that left elbow up on your right thigh here. Now, if this is, if we have any spinal issues or this is too much on your spine to twist this way, you can always just bring your hands to your thigh and then find the twist that feels right for you here. All right. So if possible, pressing the thigh in towards your midline. So really feeling your gut sort of ring out here and use your core. Palms towards your heart center. You can stay here or press down, curl the back toes under and lift the back knee off the ground. A couple deep breaths there. Good. If you're still on the knee, that's fine. Go ahead and slowly, everyone's going to come back onto your hands here. And we're going to lift the back knee and bring the left knee forward to meet side by side with your right knee. So flex your left ankle, left knee right beside your right knee and bend both knees. Now root down into both feet so you can slowly rise up and bring your left knee in line with your left hip. We're going to come to standing. Grab your left knee with your right hand, left hand to your sacrum. We're going to press the butt back into the palm, lift the belly, and find a gentle twist to your left. Couple deep breaths here. You can also extend that left arm long behind you. Just make sure your butt is back. Got a nice natural curve through your lumbar spine. From here, we're going to come back through center, hands to the heart. Push through the heel, slowly, slowly to your warrior three. And then bring the hands down, slowly step it all the way back to your lunge. Spread the fingers, step the right foot back to downward facing dog. Deep cleansing breaths here. Again, as we root down to rise up. Hips high away from the shoulders. Deep breaths, press the shoulders up towards the ears. From here, we're going to inhale up onto your tippy toes. Exhale to plank. Inhale here in plank. As we exhale, we're going to bend the knees and then lift the hips high. Stretch back to downward dog. Inhale back up onto your tippy toes. Curl forward to plank. Last time we exhale, bend the knees. Lift the hips high. One more time. Inhale, we're going to undulate through that spine. Roll through. This time as you exhale, you can lower the knees, chin, chest, or lower halfway down chaturanga. Elbows stack above wrists. And then lower to the ground. Roll the shoulders back again as we inhale to cobra. Tailbone down, belly lifts. Legs and glutes are long and strong. Exhale, reverse the push-up. Either onto the knees or back to downward dog. Remember, you can always go to child's pose through those flows. You can also take a cat-cow there to still your little back bend. So bend the knees to neutralize spine, and then we'll stretch the legs again here. Breathe as we plug in. Lengthen long through the sides of your body. Externally rotate, protract shoulders. Back up onto your tippy toes when you're ready. Left leg up as we inhale, outer thigh and pinky toe pointing down towards the earth. Exhale here. We're going to stay for one more breath. Really root down through both hands. Equal weight. Exhale, thigh to your chest, lift that heel high, and then step forward again between the hands. Here we go on the other side. So we'll lower that right knee down, uncurl the toes, left knee is stacked above heel. Left thumb hooks in front as we spread the fingers. Inhale, root down to reach up. Lift through the heart center so you can wiggle those arms back behind the ears again. Exhale, plug into the earth as we come up and over to the left. So keep that big toe mound rooted down. Inhale back through center. Exhale, thighs are hugging in as we come to the other side using your core. Shoulders square. Inhale as we come back to center, nice and strong with the heart. Exhale, we're going to gently twist to your left. Left hand can come to sacrum. Right arm can reach up. Lift through heart. Breathe. And again from here, if and when you feel ready, you can snuggle, you can press that left thigh in a little bit and snuggle that right elbow. I'm going to turn around so you can see this a little better for your point of view. So again, we can come here to the heart center and draw the thumbs towards the center of the chest. Or maybe we're up here and we're just taking a gentler version of that twist. Couple deep breaths. So wherever you are, stay here on the knee as long as you need. Otherwise, if you want more, curl the toes under. Lift the back thigh bone up off the ground as we press down into that left big toe mound. Twist from your core, wringing out your guts. Breathe deep. Again, we're all going to go ahead and unwind from the twist. Bring your right knee to meet your left knee side by side. Bend both knees, flex your right ankle. Push down into both feet to slowly rise. Really strong standing leg. Whew. From there, or not, that's okay. We're going to bring the left hand to your right thigh or knee. Right hand to your sacrum. So again, push your butt back into your hand a little bit and feel the length through the sides of your body. Feel your waist get longer and there is a little bit more space to twist your spine as you come into that neutral spine. Keep that right foot flexed. That foot that's up, flex the ankle. Engage your core. You can reach back here and open twist. Breathe. And it's okay if we lose our balance. Find it again. When you're ready, hands to the heart center. Push through your heel into warrior three. Another breath here. Exhale, let's go and slowly step back. A nice deep lunge. From there, we're going to push off the back foot to come forward. Forward fold. Complete that little round there. Breathe. And melt into the earth. Again, be careful of locking the knees. Soften through the neck. If you need to turn your head side to side, shake your head no gently, or up and down yes gently. Breathe through it. We're going to again press down through feet as we inhale, lengthen the spine a little bit. We're going to stay here on the exhale. And then root down through both feet as we inhale, root to rise up, palms to prayer. And exhale, Samastiti, back to the heart center. Take a moment. We're going to, from here, bring the heels and toes to touch. Sit the hips back like you're coming into the chair pose. Actually, we are coming into chair pose. Hands to the heart center. So as much as we can, suck the thighs and the inner knees together. and suck the belly in and up. So you've got a nice flat back and your butt is way back. Your knees are also back behind the toes. You can see all your toes. Breathe deep. From here, we're going to bring our arms out in front of us like goalposts. Yeah, and we're going to just go ahead and bring one arm back at a time and push through, other arm back, all the while keeping our low backs nice and flat and strong. I want you to just get those shoulders nice and warm in that kind of pulling action. So imagine that you're pulling something here. Each time you bring those elbows back, suck the belly in, back stays flat, breathe deep, stay with that. Last one. Good. Let's bring the hands to the heart center. We're going to bring your both hands into prayer over to the left side, to the floor, back to the heart. Suck the belly in, flat back. Inhale and exhale. Both fingertips over to the other side. Inhale, back to the heart. Exhale. If we can twist gently over to your left. Oh, I'm sorry, to your right first. We just did the left. So go over to your right, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, palms together. Now remember, you can bring your hands to the thighs if we don't want to go so low and so deep. In your twist there, we're going to press down into your right foot. Push down, 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 and lift your left heel to your buttock. Squeeze the knees together so we're kind of back where we were. And then we're going to push through that heel, step back into deep lunge. Let's bring the hands down. Lower that left knee down, uncurl the toes. We'll inhale here, sink the hips, lift the heart, while still hugging the thighs towards each other a little bit. And then exhale, stretch through the front leg. And again, we're going to inhale forward, or just breathe wherever it's comfortable for you. Exhale when you're ready. One more time, inhale forward. As we exhale, let's see if we can bring that back foot towards us a little bit. Stretch that quadricep a little bit if you want to reach back and grab the heel or the foot. Pull the belly in as you gently draw the foot towards you. Just a little bit. And then exhale, release. Very nice. From here, we're going to stretch that front leg out. Wiggle it forward. So we can bring that back thigh bone, that left thigh bone up and forward towards your front foot, like you're going to go into the splits pose. And maybe you want to externally rotate the hip and then internally rotate the hip a little bit. Just loosen up that leg side to side if you need it. Otherwise, just find stillness here, a couple breaths. Lengthen through both sides long. So again, just really listening to our bodies, listening to our breath, allowing them to be the teacher for us. And fully open and accepting of whatever arises. Letting go of any judgment. Allowing whatever needs to be seen or heard to just be. Being an open and even loving space for that. And then from there, we lunge forward when you're ready. Let's go ahead, spread the fingers wide and lift the back thigh bone up. Step that right leg back to downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a few deep breaths here as we plug in again. Lengthen. Protract those shoulder blades up towards the ears. Almost feels like you're caving in your chest just a tiny bit. One more breath. And as we exhale, we can lower into knees, chin, chest. We could go to cat-cow. We could go to child's pose. Or if you want more, we can curl forward into your plank pose. Exhale, lower chaturanga. slowly down, and then release to the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, reverse up, push up. And downward facing dog. And you can also come to bear pose to neutralize the spine first. Plug in, root to rise up. Let's go ahead from here. Stretch your left leg towards the sky. We're going to open the hip and bend that left knee, stacking left knee above the right hip and pressing into both hands firmly. Both shoulders are square towards the front of your mat. Inhale, let's bring that left knee towards your left shoulder, keeping your hips up though. Exhale, thigh to chest. Inhale, open the hip one more time. Exhale, from here, we're gonna bring that left knee towards left shoulder, thigh to chest, step it forward between your hands. Good. Let's go ahead and push off the back foot to come forward and forward fold. Root down through your feet. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, we'll stay here. Again, root down to rise up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, palms to prayer. Exhale, Samastitihi. Back to the heart center. Another breath here. We'll bring your heels and toes to touch again. See if you can sit the hips back. Maybe bring your fingertips to the ground. Hips back, butt back, knees back, hands to heart. Breathe here. Again, if you'd like to take that warming and that kind of a little bit of pulling action for your shoulders here, we don't get a whole lot of in our yoga practice usually. So if we can, see if we can pull up, back, and down. It's almost kind of like a row. You can do one at a time. And really, each time, your knees are back, your butt is back, and your belly is sucking in. There's no tension in your back. Just warming those shoulders. Couple more. Breathe, hands to the heart. When you're ready, fingertips come over to your right first. Hands in prayer. Inhale back to the heart center. Exhale, fingertips go over to your left. And inhale. Again, I'm just going to turn myself here. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the left. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Hands to the heart center and find a nice deep twist in your core. If there's any trouble here, keep your back flat, lift up a little bit if you need to, and twist this way. Keep it gentle if you need. Deep breaths. And from there, press into your left foot. Lift your right heel to your buttock. Squeeze your knees together. Flex that right heel to your butt and slowly step it back. Deep lunge, lower the hands, lower the right knee. Inhale, we can relax the back foot, lift your heart. Exhale, we stretch through that front leg. Inhale when you're ready. Or just go at your own pace here, just kind of coming in and out of your hip flexor stretch and your hamstring stretch. One more time. And breathe. We're gonna wiggle that left foot forward a bit. Wiggle, 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 and get that back thigh bone up and forward again here. Just square the hips. Keep that low back nice and flat. So if you need to be up on blocks or your fingertips here, we can externally and internally rotate the hip. Out, toes out and in, if that feels good. Breathe through. And then again, once you find stillness, we're still lifting that back thigh up and forward. Breathing deeply. Long and smooth. Surrendering a little bit here into your breath. Finding the stretch that feels just right, not too much, not too little. Another inhale when you're ready, lengthening the spine. And then again, we'll exhale to lunge. Spread the fingers wide, left leg steps back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Lengthen through the sides of your body again. And again, for those of you that are really wanting more, you could go to your plank pose, or you could sit back into child's pose, all the way back into your heels. Breathe deep into your back body again. Feel that expansion there. Letting go, relax the shoulders, let the weight of the head again become heavy into the earth. So one more time, we're going to come back onto all fours and then downward facing dog. When you're ready, you can go through bear pose first. Neutralize spine, then stretch legs. Breathe. Hollow belly, long armpits, long sides, hips high. Plug in. This time, right leg goes up towards the sky, open the hip. As we exhale, bend that right knee, stacking the right hip above the left. Press into both hands equally. As we exhale, let's bring that right knee towards the right shoulder. Hips stay high, and then thigh to chest. Once again, go back up, inhale. Exhale, knee towards the shoulder, thigh to chest, and then we'll step it forward. Between the hands, we'll push off that back foot to fold. Uttanasana, forward fold. Couple more breaths. And root down through both feet as we inhale. Come up when you're ready. And then exhale. Arms down by your sides. And breathe. All right, from here, let's go ahead and make our way down onto our mats. And we'll bring your, let's go ahead and just bring your legs out in front of you. Feet maybe a little slightly past the mat. Rock onto those sits bones. And we'll bring the, let's bring the first three fingers, peace sign and thumb. Root down to reach up as we inhale. Exhale, reach forward, flat back to grab that big toe. So peace, yogi toe lock. And then root down to your left leg. Use your core to slowly bring that leg up and roll down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Use your core. Just stretching. Again, the right leg now. Breathe. Root those hips down. And then lengthening long through your sides. All right, from here, if you want a little bit more core work, we can reach the arms up and exhale over to your right. Left arm pressing against the right thigh. And then reaching both arms out like you're in your side crow. So we're pressing down. We can also lift the left leg off the ground if you want a little more. Try to lift both shoulders off the ground here for 5, 4, feel those side obliques, 3, 2, and a little bit more. 1, slowly come down. We're going to bend into that right knee. Let's go and take it over to our left into a single leg twist. You can bend the bottom knee as much as you need to. Get that right hip stacked on top of the left. Open up to your right arm. And release the neck and the shoulders over to your right. Breathe deeply. From here, we're slowly going to bring that right knee back in towards the chest. Let's we're going to flex that ankle and see if we can bring your right foot towards your chest this time. So we're opening up through the hip here in a reclined pigeon. So you can even use both hands, flex that ankle a lot to protect the knee. Draw towards your chest as we let the knee come out to the side, and press the hips down away from your shoulders. You feel that nice stretch through your outer hips and the glutes. If this is too much or difficult on the shoulders or anything, you can also place that foot on top of the left thigh. So you could do a figure 4 stretch here instead if you find that's helpful. You can also keep the foot on the ground and press the hips and thighs down towards the earth this way if you're not able to grab onto those legs. So find the hip stretch that feels good for you, the glute stretch. And if you're in your reclined pigeon here, drawing the foot towards you, you can also try to lift the heart and chest and maybe draw that foot up towards your head. A moment there. And then as we exhale, just go and slowly release that right leg down into a Shavasana. Just take a moment here and feel. Notice what you notice. And then from here, we'll go ahead and bring your feet flat, knees pointed up. Let's press down into both feet and lift the hips here in your Sapti Bandha bridge pose. You're welcome to interlace the fingers underneath you, roll the shoulders back. We'll do the other side in just a few moments. Press into all parts of your feet and allow your belly to really rise and fall with your breath. Filling your belly like a big balloon on the inhales, and then drawing your navel towards spine on the exhale. And only lifting the hips as high as is comfortable for your back. It's more about plugging into the feet. Feel your glutes, your inner thighs, your hamstrings engaged. And after that, it's all about the breath. And then go ahead and release down either onto your hands or you can release your shoulders there. And then from there, maybe just hold the knees up here in line with the hips, maybe a little rock, and maybe a rock and roll, or you can roll onto your side if you need to push yourself up. We'll once again come onto the other side now, pulling the flesh out from underneath you here. First 3 fingers, root down to reach up as we inhale. Exhale, first 3 fingers, peace sign and thumb, wrap around big toe and yogi tola. Root down into that right thigh and hips. Both hips here as we roll down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Use your core. And gently stretch that left leg. A couple more breaths here. Remember, you can also bend either knee as much as you need to. We want to keep a neutral spine as much as we can. We try not to be careful of compensating with our lower backs here. And then from here, if you want a little bit more, we can reach the arms back and exhale. We lift the heart and chest and twist to your left. So get that, snuggle that thigh up on your right upper arm here and press the arm and leg against each other. Try to get both shoulders off the ground. Maybe lift that right leg off the ground here too. And breathe for 5, 4. Exhaling through the mouth. Again, making that SH sound. One more, lift a little higher. A little higher. And then release. Bend into your left knee. And we'll gently bring it across to our right. Left hip stacks on top of the right. Again, even if we need to bend that bottom knee a little bit. Open up the left arm or a lot. Release the neck and the shoulders here. We're gazing over your left shoulder. Breathe deeply. As we keep the hips stacked and draw the hips down away from shoulders, lengthen the sides of your body, creating that true spinal twist. You can listen to your body. You can back off at any time that you need. Treat your body and yourself like your best friend. I am a student of my body. I am a student of the breath. I am a student of life. And I am a precious child of the universe. Keeping that with you slowly. Bring your left thigh again back in towards your chest as you roll onto your back. And then flex your left ankle a lot. Let the knee guide the knee out to the left side a little bit as you draw the foot towards your chest. So again, we're coming back to that reclined pigeon where you're going to leverage how much of a stretch you want here in your glutes, your hips, by drawing the foot towards you and keeping the ankle flexed. Deep breaths. Remember, you also have the option to go into your figure four instead with your left ankle flexed on top of your right thigh. You can interlace underneath or on top. You can also keep your foot down, press your hips and thighs down away from you. If you're still in your reclined pigeon here, you can lift the heart and chest up, pressing down through both hips. So just gradually working our way towards that sleeping yogi, but by no means not forcing our way there. And then slowly, slowly releasing when you're ready. And go ahead and stretch that left leg out. Come into your Shavasana for a moment. And notice what you notice. Let that settle in. And then one more time here, we'll bring the feet flat on your mat, toes slightly angled in, heels slightly out, knees above ankles, and we press into both feet to lift the hips, interlace the fingers, opposite forefinger and thumb on top, and roll those shoulders back, plugging into those feet, plugging into the earth. Feel all 10 toes pressing down. Feel all sides of your feet pressing down. And let your belly rise and fall. The big ocean waves just riding the wave. Cleansing, nourishing breaths. One more breath here. Exhale slowly. You can again sit on your hands or you can release your arms and shoulders. Let's bring your feet about as wide apart as the mat and slide your fingertips underneath your low back again. Wiggle your sits bones apart. So you're basically just wiggling your lower back onto your hands, wiggling your butt cheeks apart. And then let the arms come out, bring your knees to one side, stretch through the hip flexors. And the knees to the other side. And then when you're ready to come back to center, just stretch those legs out long in Shavasana, corpse pose. Arms can come down by your sides, a couple feet away from your body, or wherever you like. You're also welcome to come into a restorative inversion form of Shavasana with the legs up on the couch or on a chair or on the wall. If you wish to settle and calm the mind and the heart, rest, give the heart a rest. Give the mind a rest. It's also a great way to take a nap if you need it. Otherwise, finding whatever posture is comfortable for your final relaxation and meditation. Once again, allowing yourself to just drop in and connect. Feel your body, feel your breath, feel your heart. Coming back to our true nature and our natural state of being. One with all that is. Everything we need, we already have. Infinite abundance, infinite love, infinite compassion, infinite light and healing, all infinite and unconditional, always accessible to you. Settle into your spirit. And allow it to hold you. Fully and unconditionally loved and supported and held. Just be. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Feel free to stay here as long as you wish in stillness. Perhaps gently awakening fingertips and toes. Slowly walking feet back up onto the ground, rolling onto your left side into a fetal position, left arm as a pillow under your head. A couple more deep breaths here. Take the next deep exhale, pressing into your right palm to rise. Slowly finding a nice tall and comfortable seated posture. Once again, keeping your eyes closed and your gaze inward. Take a few moments and observe what you feel as you breathe. Perhaps slightly leaning back, feel your shoulders stack above the hips, open the heart. Joining the hands together by our heart center in Anjali Mudra, our prayer, lifting the heart slightly up towards the hands as we bow the head in towards the heart. A couple of deep cleansing and nourishing breaths here once again. Sealing our practice and our intentions with gratitude, and bowing humbly to the light and the teacher that dwells within each and every one. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. All right.